Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Productions, and today I'm going to be straying away from the past couple videos I've been doing on Spirit Halloween theories and stuff for 2023, and instead I'm going to be doing a video on what I think they should do for 2023. Now, this isn't really like they should bring back a certain prop or something, or they should do this. It's not really like one of those kind of things. It's a brand new idea that I feel like they should do. Well, it's kind of brand new. It's sort of like a mix between what they kind of have been doing and other stuff. But it's something I haven't really seen many Halloween companies do, or companies in general do, at least in a very long time. Home Depot's kind of starting to like get back into this trend a little bit, but I feel like Spirit Halloween should definitely step up in the trend and get some of these specific animatronics that I think would be really good for a lot of people, and would honestly might even like boost sales for Spirit Halloween and other companies in general. So what am I talking about exactly whenever I say this new kind of animatronic or prop? Well, I actually mean more of a static prop. Now, if you don't remember, which, I mean, I'm assuming if you're a new Spirit Halloween fan, you probably don't remember, but way back in, like, 2008, and just kind of, I believe, till maybe, like, 2014 or something, Spirit Halloween used to have these, like, really incredibly detailed life-size props. They didn't move, they were just statics, but they were still really, really cool looking, and I absolutely adore, like, the way these things look. They are just so cool looking, and personally, I would much rather have a very detailed looking prop versus a prop that has minimum detail and a little bit more animation than usual, which is what I feel like we get mostly of nowadays. This specific prop on the screen right now is of the Grim Reaper, I believe is what his name is, from 2008, one of like a very old prop. As you can see though, he does have light up eyes from this specific photo right here, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't speak, he doesn't move around. He's just a static prop, and I actually have seen an unboxing of him before. I forgot who the video was from, but he was really well made. Like his like metal structure inside of him, even without any kind of like wiring or mechanical parts, he's just really well put together, and I feel like a lot of people would buy something like this because of how realistic and good it looks. This is just one of the props. I'm about to show many others that I feel like looked really cool as well. And they only used to make these back then. I don't know why they stopped making them. They were, you know, kind of the normal price, I guess, of a prop. But in my opinion, they were much more worth it because the quality was a lot higher and the detail was a lot higher. And because there wasn't as many, I guess, mechanical parts and more risky things that water or weather could affect, it would probably leave a lot more people wanting to buy this so they can put it outside and not really have to worry about it with as far as the weather goes. You know, maybe you still have to worry about it getting stolen, but I mean, you can always like stake it into the ground, chain it up or something to kind of prevent that. But I feel like whenever you were to buy a modern animatronic, even though they're cool, they move around, they talk, etc., stuff like that, you can't leave them out in the weather for that long without having to do something, take them inside every night, or just something like that. Personally, what I did this year, which this was the first year I actually ever let any of my animatronics to stay outside for more than, you know, like a week or something, was my Looming Strawman animatronic. I let him out, and I put him in my display for like the entire Halloween season, basically, and he was good for the most part. He's not broken. We already have him, you know, back up in storage, but I did have to cover him up a couple times with a trash can, or a trash bag, sorry, and it looked a little like just not very good in a display. Of course, I took the trash bag off whenever it was nice and sunny outside, but I feel like with the prop that doesn't have any animatronic parts in it, you really don't have to worry that much about it if it's gonna like rain and you're not there or something. And I feel like this would gravitate a lot more people to actually want to get these props because, well, like I said, these would be a lot more detailed if they were to bring back this kind of style of a prop. Like, these look really good. I know you can't really, I guess, tell from this image, but maybe you can, but the face detailing and like the clothing and just like the poses and everything are all super duper cool, and they're all just super well put together. Like the welding on them is just incredible. It's almost like professional props, not exactly on the level of distortions, because distortions is of course like professionally like detailed and well made like this, but with animation and voice acting. This is just like a static prop, but I still think it's cool for a retail like thing from Spirit. Someone in one of my recent live streams, I can't remember exactly who it was, actually mentioned that they should start making professional props. And while I think they probably were more thinking on the lines of like Distortions Unlimited stuff, or what some other companies that make some other professional props. I can't really think of any other names right now. I feel like this is kind of what they would more go to, is stuff like this. And if they go to stuff like this is definitely, I guess, what at least I would be kind of gravitating towards, is more props like this, where it's so much more detailing on them, so much more realistic stuff, and the better paint jobs and better quality build versus a cheaper quality animatronic that's more expensive, does some movements, but most likely is going to break in the next like 3 years of usage. I'd much rather get this because it's going to last longer and it just looks better. Now, the only reasons I can't actually see them making these style props ever again is for two main reasons. First of all, you know, because of how much detail was put into these were very scary props, and as we all know by now, of course, Spirit Halloween does not really go that super duper scary route anymore, which, you know, is kind of a disappointing thing for some fans who actually like the gory horror stuff, but it's better for families, I guess, who have kids, and the kids can enjoy Halloween as well. But these props, I feel like, should definitely just be sold again, if not in stores, at least online or something. I think the last like good static prop we had was the Plague Doctor, I believe, and he wasn't like super detailed. Like, it would absolutely be awesome if we had a super duper detailed like Plague Doctor with just a lot of unique ideas coming out for like that specific character, but as a static. I think it was still a really cool prop, but these statics definitely, you know, for even being older too, they just had a lot more to them with as far as like the quality and detail goes. Even like this super duper old, I believe his name was like a Swamp Zombie or something like that, compared to like Bog Zombie nowadays. I get Bog Zombie has a lot more animation, just a lot more movement going on with him, but if I were to choose between Bog Zombie and this guy, I definitely choose this guy just because of how realistic it looks. I feel like a kid would be more scared to go up to this thing than Bog Zombie just from the side of it. Now, with all that being said, of course people are going to still gravitate towards the animatronics just because they are a bit more, I guess, eye-catching to some, depending on, I guess, what the animatronic is exactly, if it's jump scare prop or whatever it is. But I feel like this would also work really well with like licensed movie characters, because I feel like the main point of having a licensed movie character is to make it look like the character. And I feel like companies, whenever they get licensed characters, they kind of spend too much on the specific like animation of the animatronic character versus how they look. I think Reagan from this year actually was a pretty decent looking animatronic, and Beetlejuice from last year was also pretty decent, but I would have much rather the company use that money to spend it on the detailing and accuracy of the character versus the animation that's a little lackluster. But of course, that kind of depends on the character too, because certain characters don't really need that much detailing on it, like Ghostface or Sam from Trick or Treat. You know, they don't really need that much detailing. They have pretty simplistic designs. So in that case, then yeah, definitely go ahead and spend the money on voice acting and animation and stuff like that. But I feel like they should definitely kind of take in consideration that a lot of these animatronics, you know, they don't last very long, maybe like 3 to 5 seasons, depending on how well they're kept. So I definitely think that, you know, maybe they should start kind of considering adding a little bit more detail to the animatronics. It doesn't even have to be scary, as long as it's just a little bit more detailing on there to make them look a little bit more realistic. I feel like that would be really, really cool. But of course, this is all just my opinion on what I think they should do for the following years. But I feel like because it is the 40th anniversary, I know I've been saying this a lot, and I know they're not going to be doing everything for their 40th anniversary. They should bring back this kind of style of props, because it is one of their oldest, I guess, style of props that they used to make back then. Anyways, guys, that'll do for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the recent support that I've been getting on all of my videos. It means a lot to me. Definitely a lot more than I thought I was going to get after Halloween. I thought this was honestly going to be like a really slow point in the year for me, but it's actually not. Like, my channel's actually been kind of growing a little bit more, so thank you all so much for that. I will definitely be continuing to making videos throughout the off season of Halloween, and yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.